Check in, Mega Man, power up! And if that doesn't tell you what we're doing this day, well, of course, the title didn't give it away. We're going to be doing the Megaman.EXE series, and if the title also didn't give it away, this one's going to be a two-parter, much like the Fate Zero archetype. Excuse me. Why is that? This is one page of the entire thing. I don't know if you guys can see it due to the fact that, well, okay, you know, it break the fourth wall a bit. Hey, take a look at this thing's size. This is the entire page of just the monsters alone. Not even counting the extra deck monsters. The main deck monsters. So it doesn't give you an idea about the size of the archetype. Nothing will. No. So yeah, that's why I did two parts, much like how the Fate Zero archetype used to be. And for the record, yes, I'm going to be doing the other archetypes. I still have to get back to at some point. The problem is I've been having so much of an influx of requests lately, and I don't even know where the Megaman.EXE archetype is. Yes, there's a Megaman.EXE archetype ape coming up, which Randy Anderson. Oh, that's been slowed down considering he's gone back to school with that, so that takes priority, which perfectly understandable. I'm sure it'll be the same case with me when I go back on Wednesday. But we're getting off topic. This is the Megaman.EXE archetype. I'm going to get this out of the way now. All of the frickin' monsters end with the word .exe. Well, until we get to the Mega versions, but we'll just deal with the... I'm just going to get that out of the way now, so I'm not going to say .exe for every single goddamn one. So, let's just get that out of the way. Oh yeah, this was given to us by Randy Anderson. And for the record, this archetype is going to be focusing on the Navi soldiers / Style Navis. Not any of the other versions. I never played the Megaman.EXE games, or the Mega Man games I have played. I played Mega Man 6 and 8. And the X series, I played 1, 4, and 5. That is my history with Mega Man. He's a fine enough archetype. I'm glad the Blue Bomber's back. I always felt like the guy deserved a bit more respect than Capcom gives him. You know, I'm not much of a Mega Man player, but I always respected the fan base and thought they deserved more. That's just my opinion on the Blue Bomber. And I'm glad he's getting an 11th game. I wish there was more for the X game because I prefer the X series personally, but you know what? It's good that he's getting any it's good that he's getting any showtime at all. And we got a Mega Man cartoon out currently, which all the Mega Man fans are hating on. Guys, you complain constantly about Capcom not giving you any love, and then they give you some love, and you're like, what the fuck is this garbage? Oh, they want it both ways. But anyway, enough about that. I just figured I would get some of the Mega Man coverage out of the way, but, you know, it's not like we don't have enough time as it is. So let's just get started on the archetype, shall we? Let's start with the first card. Navi Soldier, Megaman.EXE. Megaman.EXE. Well, technically not wrong, there's an X in his name. Level 4 light attribute warrior effect type monster with 1900 attack and 1800 defense. I hope you like reading goggles. When this card is normal or a special summon, you can add one Navi card from your deck to your hand. Once per turn, when this card is targeted for attack, special summon one level 7 or lower Navi monster from your hand or deck. Change the attack target to it, and if you do, the attacking monster has its attack halved into your opponent's next standby phase. When this card is destroyed and sent to your graveyard, you can add one Style Navi monster from your deck to your hand. So that didn't give anything away from the get-go. This is right before Randy Anderson realized, you know what, I made a card broken, but to be fair, the he made this archetype literally right after he finished the the Landstar archetype, and I hadn't get the review out since last week. So yeah, needless to say, he hadn't learned his lesson yet. And I don't even know how the Megaman.EXE archetype is, considering I've been kind of just focusing on real life at the moment, but I'm going to be taking care of the Megaman.EXE archetype as it comes out, of course. So yeah, I'm going to get focused on that one again. Anyway, this is ridiculous. I mean, of course it does like main with eyes of blue. I think like how would its attack, you could bring out another blue eye. And yeah, you could probably just negate your attack after that. I don't remember exactly how it goes, but it's on the same circumference at the end. And I guess as long as I can still stop my attack, that's still fine. But it's the Strauss of the deck that also says, oh yeah, this special summon the level 7 monster from the deck, and then the opponent's monster gets attacked halved. Randy, you really know how to do it, and prove that you learned absolutely nothing. But at least he doesn't banish as well, I guess. And it gets it back at some point, and if this thing is destroyed into the graveyard, you can add one Style Navi from your deck to your Style Navi monster from your deck to your hand. interesting thing about that. Yeah. So yeah, it has to be destroyed specifically, not just sent from the field or the graveyard or any of that shenanigans. It has to be specifically destroyed. So yeah. Although it does only have a 1900 attack, 1800 defense, so that's not hard to do. So yeah, Megaman.EXE, needless to say, you run it. It's the main character. Why would you not? Alright, Navi Soldier Gutsman.exe. I already told you I'm not going to say .exe for all of them. They're all .exe. Level 4 Earth Attribute Warrior Effect type monster with 2000 attack and 800 defense. Its effect reads, when this card is normal or a special summon, you can destroy one card your opponent controls. And if you do, inflict 800 damage. To your opponent, I presume. Would certainly be some shit if you could just inflict 800 damage to yourself. I don't know why you would do that, but you potentially could. Once per turn during either player's turn, this card cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effect. Interesting how it's a once per turn, but whatever, it's on a level 4. I guess that should be great if we have it at all. When this card attacks or is attacked, this card gains 800 attack during the damage calculation only. When this card is destroyed, you can add one style Navi spell or trap from your deck to your hand. From your deck or graveyard to your hand. Very handy with that one. So you're running Mega Man, you're running Gutsman, because as Mega Man gets all the monsters, as Gutsman gets all the spells and traps. Of course, it's like made to destroy it again, but you know, that's fine. I guess we're showing Randy had something resembling restraint. On summon, it destroys one card the opponent controls. Any one card. Spell, trap, monster, doesn't matter. All the same. And then burn, and then Ukazi. And once per turn, it can be destroyed by battle or card effect. Always handy. And it can gain 100 attacks when attacked or is attacked. So you can potentially beat over something or take less damage. So, always handy there. Gutsman's a solid stable, considering if you're running Mega Man, you're going to run the counterpart. Okay. Next card. Navi Soldier Roll.exe. I told myself I wasn't going to keep saying it, and then I kept saying it. I really hope that in this continuity, Roll isn't Mega Man's sister, considering what I've seen. Well, they didn't see the internet, but what I've seen from freaking the screenshots of the anime, just like, oh my god, I really hope these two are not related, otherwise, Mega Man incest. Ugh. Well, again, if they're robots, is it really that wrong? Well, they're computer programs of Anyway, the card. Monster, level 3 level 3 fairy effect type monster, light attribute, 1600 attack, 1400 defense. Her effect. When this card is normal or special summon, target one monster in the field. Gain life points equal to that monster's level times 500. Nice little healing. Once per turn, you can shuffle one Navi monster from your hand, field, or graveyard into the deck. Then gain life points equal to either its attack or defense points. And if you do, destroy one card in your opponent's hand or field. In your opponent's field. That's always handy. Okay, so that's not pretty dang good. Oh, I'll just take this Navi monster in the graveyard. Okay, gonna put that back in the deck, get some life point off of it, and pop that card in your hand. God, I hope you're not facing Fire Kings, otherwise they'll be like, thank you. Imagine you play this deck and facing Fire Kings. That's like the unintentional mirror match of Dark Worlds when you go first. I'll go first and activate card destruction. Oh shit. When this card is destroyed by a battle or by card effect, add one level 7 or lower Navi monster from your deck to your hand. So yeah, apparently all the Navi cards have destroyed effects, so yeah. Never make an Exceed monster with these two, or a Fusion, or Synchro, or never go into the extra deck with these guys, considering summoning mechanics are not destruction mechanics. Unless the summoning mechanics specifically says on it, this counts as destroying the monsters, which I don't think there's a card out there that does that, but you never know. So yeah, and Roll is that you can get over is obviously the medic of the team. She's going to be healing you, and she's going to be healing you a lot, and then popping a thing on the side because she can. And then when she gets popped, you get a free Searcher. I mean, granted, we already had a Searcher in Mega Man, but you know what? This one heals and pops, so, you know, I think you could get away with running one or two of her. It's not bad. You're not missing much. But anyway, next card. It is... there we go. Navi Soldier. Fire Mono. Pyro effect, level 4, fire attribute, 1600 attack, 1000 defense. This card gains 400 attack for every Navi monster you control. Once per turn, you can send one Navi monster from your deck to the graveyard. Banish one card in your opponent's hand, field, or graveyard. Sure, why not? If this card is destroyed by a battle or card effect, you can shuffle any Navi card that is banished or in your graveyard into the deck equal to that level of this card. Sure, why not? Let me put it this way: you're never losing via deck out when it comes to these freaking Megaman.EXE cards. Or the Battle Network archetype, I should be more specific. I should have brought that up at the beginning. Oops. When it comes to this Battle Network archetype, you are not losing via deck out. You know one's going to be a punk bitch compared to this. Then again, no one loses by deck out in Yu-Gi-Oh! In 2018, 2020, we're not in 2020 yet. in 2020, Nino Worm becomes meta. Nino Worm, all that shit. Good God. Lord, give me strength if that becomes the case. There's going to be some top-tier mill deck. I just know it. I don't know when, but it's going to exist eventually. Anyway, let's go over the card itself. Gains more attack for every Navi card you control. Decent power boost, giving at least 2,000. Well, actually, every Navi monster, and, well, actually, they're Navi soldier, so it's not every other considering. So, Navi soldier, Fireman here is going to come out with at least 2,000 attack on the field. Pretty good. Not bad with that. Send a Navi monster from your deck to the graveyard to banish a card in your opponent's hand, field, or graveyard. The hand again. And if it dies, you can shovel back the 4 cards back into the deck. Sure, why not? Solid monster. Next card, Navi Soldier, Megaman. Thunder effect, light attribute level 3, 1400 attack, 1000 defense. Spec reads, if this card is normal or special summon, you can inflict 200 damage to your opponent and for every card in their field. I know there's a card like that, but I can never remember what it is for the life of me. Full salvo? No, that's a discard every card. Secret Barrel, that's what it is. Once per turn, you can add 1 Navi card from your graveyard to your hand. If you do, this card gains 400 attack. Woo. You become an 1800 attack beat stick. Well, then it's permanent, so I guess you just keep this on the field constantly. That's something. During a player's turn, while you control 2 or more Navi cards on your side of the field, your opponent cannot activate non-Navi spell or trap cards. Okay, what? You can only activate this effect once per turn. Why does it need to be a once per turn effect, considering you consider the fact that it's going to be for the rest of the turn? Great googly moogly, you really shut them down at that last one, eh? Okay, so let's go down this thing. Once summoned in frickin' Secret Barrel, and then you can add a Navi card from your graveyard to your hand, and then give this thing a minuscule power boost, which can be beaten over by a mechanical chaser. And if you have 2 or more Navi cards, shut down all of your opponent's spells and traps. But then again, they can activate the effects of spells and traps that are already face up on the field, just they can't activate new ones. But the ones that are already face up is considering that would be you can't activate the effects of traps on the field. It's specific because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is very specific sometimes. It's amazing how complex their rules actually are. Ages 6 and up. What 6-year-old is going to fucking understand this? But yeah, Megaman's a pretty solid card. Next card. Navi Soldier, number 1. This is the best I had to come up with. Sorry guys, I couldn't find any pictures of Number Man, so I just had any pictures that I could use of Number Man that card maker would allow, so I just went with the drawing. Earth attribute level 3 machine effect type monster with 1700 attack, 1200 defense. Effect reads, when this card is normal or special summon, you can send 1 Navi monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard. Here's where we get broken. Draw cards equal to that monster's level. Need I remind you that there is a level 7 monster in this archetype? So the mere cost of summoning this thing and sending a level 7 to the graveyard plus 7. Well, at least it doesn't banish for the same amount. Once per turn, you can roll a 6-sided dice. Draw cards equal to the result, and if you do, destroy monsters your opponent controls with levels less than and or equal to the results. Oh boy. So you roll a 6-sided dice. You get a 6-sided. You get a 6-sided dice. And just freaking go dice roll, and just destroy cards equal to the number. Destroy cards your opponent controls with levels less than or equal to these cards. I know that there are like links and ranks to get around on this, but you know, levels are still a part of the game. It's not like They stopped existing at some point. So, you know. I mean, granted, you could say the highest you can go is level 6, which is actually not gone into that often. Most people like the big numbers. But at the same time, it's like, they could still exist. You could have a stray monster just left around hanging. It happens when you just go for so many combos. Still, the power of it. It discards into the graveyard, draw 1 card. Send to the graveyard by any means, so yeah. Make of that what you will. Anyway, a number man is a obvious staple. Seriously. If people are willing to run the Predator Plant engine just to get the Brilliant Fusion faster, I could totally see people running a number man and just the level 7 in Mega run the level 7 Navi monsters just to do that. People are willing to run 3 Garnets, ironically, to reduce their chances of drawing a Garnet. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is weird when it comes to ratios sometimes. It's kind of dumb, but it's just ridiculous, though. Oy, 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 oy. Next card. Fuck! I need to pay more attention to what I'm doing. Navi Soldier Woodman.EXE. Level 4 plant effect monster with 1800 attack, 1700 defense. If you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. When this card is normal or special summoned, all Navi monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense, and all your opponent's monsters lose 400 attack for every card on their side of the field. Oh yeah. When this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can add 1 Navi Fusion spell card from your deck to your hand. From your deck or graveyard to your hand. Actually, it just says you can add 1 Navi Fusion spell card from your deck or graveyard. Period. I know it means to your hand, just like that's a funny phrasing, you know? I don't even need to explain Woodman, just be like, yeah, you get a power boost and when its monsters lose power. I know everyone says that nowadays attack points don't matter, but at the same time, well, the oldest... I know, again... Everyone says nowadays that attack points don't matter, but at the end of the day, when push comes to shove, if my attack points are bigger than your attack points, I win. That's a basic rule of Yu-Gi-Oh! It's just simple. Freaking Blue Eyes could be over Masterpiece if Masterpiece can't. It has already used the pop effect because, end of the day, Blue Eyes is still stronger than Masterpiece, and assuming Masterpiece isn't affected by the field spell, it doesn't have any actually power boost. You know what I mean? It's just, oy, oy, oy. Everyone says attack points don't matter. I say bullshit. Attack points will always matter. They just maybe don't matter as much as they used to, but they will always matter, period. Next card, Navi Soldier Searchman. And as all searchers do, they threaten to shoot you. Huh. Is this the ally of justice logic of searchers? Actually, ironically, yes. Level 4 Earth Attribute Warrior Effect type monster with 1500 attack and 1600 defense. Getting Wild Heart up in this bitch. If this card is normal or special summon, you can destroy cards in your opponent's hand or field. You can level this card. 4. If you do, inflict 700 points of damage for each card. 2800 points of damage on summon. Once per turn, you can fusion summon 1 Navi Fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as fusion materials on summon Polymerization. When this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can shuffle cards your opponent controls into the deck and up to level this card. And if you do draw cards, you can level this card. Let me just get one thing out of the way. The reason why I said this was like the Ally of Justice Searcher is because, like Ally of Justice Searcher, this card has nothing to do with searching. It's just a name. This thing instead decides, okay, sure. On summon, I'm going to destroy all your opponent's shit, burn them for it, create a fusion on top of that, but if I die instead of using my fusion effect, I'm gonna just shovel cards they have into the deck, and then let you draw a card instead. This proves that sometimes people just don't learn and just realize, you know what, I made a card that was broken, made art that's broken as fuck, that's gonna be my staple from now on, until he learned his lesson. Randy, I hope for dear God you learned your lesson. Otherwise, you're just going to be... Otherwise... and then I find out the Then I look at the Megaman.EXE archetype. Well, unsummon you win the duel. Unsummon you win the duel. Unsummon you win... And the boss monster. Unsummon you win the match. This card can always be used in a duel. I kid because I love, I hope. Next card, Navi Soldier, Shadowman! Warrior effect, 3 stars, dark attribute, 1600 attack, 1500 defense. When this card is normal or special summon, you can add 1 Navi spell card from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Not bad. During damage calculation, if this card attacks or is attacked by a monster with a level greater than or equal to this card, it gains 2000 attack. Sure, why not? Fuck you, Blue Eyes. When this card is destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can special summon 1 Navi monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard with a level different from this card. It's a level 3 monster. Bite me. Okay, so the mere difference of this thing being attacked by a level 4 monster or a level 3 monster means I just got 3600 attack points. And if you somehow manage to kill me, Raigeki, I'm going to presume, because it's always Raigeki, I can bring out a level 7 from the deck. Sure, why not? Why not? There's no reason to not do it, so just why not? Okay, do I even need to go over half of this stuff? I think I kind of got out of it with the Lance Archetype, and I don't want to start screaming again. Navi Soldier, Aquaman! And yes, Capcom does have an official Mega Man character called Aquaman. How'd they get around it? Easy. I think they either made one word of Aquaman or no, wait, no. The difference is they made 2 words as an Aquaman, whereas the DC character is Aquaman. It's like a sort of like how it's like how DC and Marvel have copyrighted the word superheroes. So the way most people get around is by saying superheroes, all one word. It's just like, it's really damn specific, but that little difference is the difference between lawsuit and fair game. It's amazing. Technically, this Aquaman should have a space between it. This is the one cover that has a space between it. But oh well, I get sued by DC, and thus my channel is deleted. And it's all your fault, Randy Anderson. I hope you're happy, all so you can get a little bunch of Mega Man cards. But anyway, about the card itself. Level 3, water attribute warrior effect type monster with 1700 attack and 1200 defense. I don't know why it took me 60 years to get that out there. You can special summon this card from your hand by shuffling 1 Navi card from your hand or field into the deck. Why would you want to special summon in this thing? If this card is no more special summoned, you can send 1 level 4 lower Navi monster from your deck to the graveyard, shuffle cards in your opponent's hand or field into the deck. Oh, that's why. And there's no limit on this thing, it just says shuffle. Yeah, okay, sure. Now I see why. Once per turn, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls, if there's any left somehow. If you do, its attack becomes 0. Also, its effects are negated. Sure, why not? When this card is destroyed by battle or card back, you can banish 1 card from your opponent's hand, field, or graveyard. Because we haven't fucked with them enough yet. What's next? Banish from the deck? Oh god, I've just given him an idea. What have I done? Dear God, Aquaman, I started by asking, like, why would we could use whales? I am the whale. Christ. I'm gonna let Aquaman just speak for himself. Oh. And now we have the killer of Nairman 214. Anyone who watches Brain Scratch Comms gets the reference. Navi Soldier Toadman.exe. I did it again. In level 3 Water Tribute Aqua Effect type monster. Or with 1300 attack and 1900 defense. I paused for a minute because I thought I had the same card that I just did for Aquaman had a panic attack, but no, it's different. If you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand or graveyard. This thing doesn't banish itself. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can draw 2 cards. Elemental Hero Pot of Greed. Or basically Anime Bubble Man. This card can attack your opponent directly if you control a Navi monster with a level different, greater than or equal to this card. This thing is level 3. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can banish 1 monster your opponent controls. Maybe we need to explain why you run Toadman. You fucking foolish barrel this thing in turn 1. Oh look, I have no monsters. I summon it and draw 2. Then on my turn I can just get it out again and then just attack. You can constantly do direct attacks and then non-attack banish a monster your opponent controls. Sure, why not? And if it feels like I'm speaking to this archetype, I kind of am. Because if you look at the timer, 10:45 p.m. at night, I want to go to bed. In fact, I'm freaking drinking Diet Coke at this hour just to make sure I'm not a yawning fit, considering I was basically yawning every other sentence. And that was not very professional. Whereas this is what I'm doing right now, very advanced and high-tech. Not just sitting on my ass in my kitchen, looking up children's card games for a bunch of like 3 people on the internet. I just got really fucking depressing there. Let's get back to trading cards. Navi Soldier Thunderman.EXE. Thunder effect type monster with 4 stars, light attribute, and 2,000 attack points and 2,000 defense points. Let's see what kind of restriction does that happen on this card to just have this much power. Oh wait, this is Randy Anderson. There's no restriction. There's only no, wait. No, this portrait isn't worth it. I'm going to retry that. There's no restriction for you. Your opponent gets all the restrictions because this is going to be something stupid. In this card is no more special summon. You can show up for 1 Navi monster from your hand, field, or graveyard into the deck. All Navi monsters you control gain attack equal to that card's equal to the shuffled monster's level times 200. Your opponent cannot target Navi monsters you control with card effects except Navi Soldier Thunderman.EXE. Once per turn, you can choose a number between 1 to 3. 7. Wait. Then shuffle that many cards from your hand, field, or graveyard into the deck. Then this card gains 300 attack for each shuffled card until the end of this turn. I'm surprised you did not just straight up say, when summoned, you win the duel. Actually, Thunderman's pretty fair when you get right down to it. I mean, on summon, it just sends a card to the graveyard and then gives all your Navi monsters a power boost, and then can give itself a bigger power boost, and is basically a lightning rod for card effects. But you know what, other than that, it's just pretty solid all around. I made the joke of just being like, the cost comes to your opponent, but actually no, Thunderman's just pretty fair all around. I mean, yeah, you can say, like, it gets such a big power boost, but, well, I attack constantly. What do you mean, Magic Cylinder? You can use it on Thunderman, you can use it on only Thunderman, but you can use it on Thunderman. Not bad there, Thunderman. You wouldn't be run because you're not broken enough, but I could probably have you in the side deck. Anyway, next card. Oh, please tell me. Okay, good. Navi Soldier. Metal Man. Funny thing about Metal Man, Megaman 2, I hear. Metal Man, which is the guy who gives you the most powerful weapon in Mega Man history of Metal Blades. He's weak to his own weapon. Capcom, why? That's like a fire type being weak to fire type attacks. And I don't mean like a fire steel type or something that would be logically weak to it, or a fire ground type. That means, I don't know, that'd be like, or a fire grass type or something like that. I mean a fire type that is a pure fire type being weak to fire type attacks. It's like, what? Anyway, Metal Man here is a Earth Attribute level 5 warrior effect type monster with 2200 attack and 2100 defense. Here's where we run it into a trend. Here's its effect. If you control a Navi monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Pretty good. Once per turn, you can banish 1 card from your opponent's hand, field, or graveyard. And when you do, this card gains 1000 attack until your next standby phase. Let me get this straight. I not only get to banish a free card, but you get to become a 3200 attack point beat stick on top of it. When this card is destroyed by battle or card break, you can special summon 1 Navi monster from your deck. That's it. You win. Do I even need to explain? I don't care if it's a level 5 monster. It takes 1 tribute at worst, and if you control another Navi monster, you can special summon it, so you don't even need a tribute. I mean, the only thing I could say that would be bad about this thing is if you draw into it, it's a brick, but that's the only situation, really. Metal Man's just a really good card all around. I mean, that's basically because it's broken, but that's basically how Sean makes his Yu-Gi-Oh cards. It's just broken enough yet. No, they have a chance to fight back. We'll remake the entire archetype. Navi Soldier, Kinniget's Man. Yes, I said it wrong on purpose. Nightman. Warrior effect type monster with 2300 attack and 2200 defense. We're going to start noticing a trend, but I'll get to the next monster before I explain it. Earth Attribute, of course. You can special summon this card from your hand by shuffling 2 Navi cards from your hand, field, or graveyard into the deck. Navi cards. If this card is normal or special summon, you can inflict 400 damage for every Navi card you control. Summon burn. Not bad. Once per turn, you can send 1 Navi monster from your deck to the graveyard. Add its attack to this card's attack until the end phase. Pretty good, considering the strongest main deck monster is 3000 attack points, so this thing on summon becomes 5300 attack points. Magic Cylinder, bitches! Just hope Thunderman isn't on the field. Excuse me. So yeah, Knigget Man. Okay, I'll stop that. It is a pretty dang good card. It's basically the same thing as a Metal Man, even though it needs 2 monsters instead. Well, actually, no. It's just basically the Blackluster Soldier. The Archetype needs 2 monsters, but you could, well, at least something like that. Hey, but hey, Nightman, pretty good card all around here. Yeah, the burn is minuscule, but you can also get a good power boost out of it. So, Nightman is your beat stick. Next card, Navi Soldier, Heat Man, and I kind of admit to this one, I may have not made the comparison to a lot of the other freaking Mega Man characters in the other series, but well, that's a boy of a change. He went from a tiny guy who looked like a pathetic robot in a matchstick to, oh my god, I will burn you to death. Want a hug? Anyway, level 5 fire attribute pyro effect type monster with 2400 attack and 2300 defense. I'm going to explain the freaking gimmick of it now. Every monster from here on out, until we get to the Mega half, is going to get an extra 100 attack points on top, and the attack points of the previous monster will become his defense points. Sort of like the Cyber Dragon line, stuff like that. How we go Cyber to Cyber Twin to Cyber End. So yeah, expect that from the future. Oh, You can special summon this card from your hand or graveyard by sending 2 Navi cards from your deck to your graveyard. Oh look, you can send 2 to the graveyard for Heat Man, and then just put them back in for Night Man. What a cost this is. If this card is normal or special summoned, no one's normal summoning this thing. You can target cards in your opponent's hand or field. Shuffle the targets into the deck, and if you do, inflict 300 damage to your opponent for every shuffled card. There's no limit on this again. So you can just shuffle all of them into it, and then burn for 300 per each. Once per turn, you can special summon 1 Navi monster from your deck, and if you do, destroy 1 card your opponent controls. So I not only get a free monster, your shit's gone. All because I sent 2 Navi cards to the graveyard. No. Given the fact of how easy this thing has recursion of reshuffling into the deck, the rest of this thing should have been banished 2 cards at least, or maybe 3 cards, considering that would have been more costful. If you're going to do that much, you should have a higher cost. That's just how it works in Yu-Gi-Oh! You got a really good effect, you either have shit attack stats, shit defense stats, or you're just shit to break. Your summoning conditions are shit. There has to be some sort of cost to this to make it look like, okay, now I can see you entering the meta. But anyway, we've proven how powerful this thing can be. I just opened Metal Man again. Oops. Okay. Navi Soldier, Magnet Man. I had a heart attack because I forgot that Magnet went M-A-G and I was M-E-G. I have brain farts sometimes. Bite me. Level 6 light attribute warrior effect type monster with 2500 attack, 2400 defense. Sorry, I'm reading it from all over the card. You can special summon this card by attributing 1 Navi monster you control. If this card is normal or special summoned, if you gave me a special summoning condition, why would I normal summon you? Unless I'm not using Navi monsters, I'm just putting you in some random deck, in which case, why, God? Why? If this card is normal or special summoned, this card's attack is doubled into your opponent's next end phase. Ah, Vision Hero Trinity, it's nice to see you again. Once per turn, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls. It loses 400 defense points. Why? This is a bit of a Randy Anderson staple too. Just randomly have the opponent lose 400 defense points just because it has to have some cost, I presume. This card loses 400 defense points and it gains half the attack of the opponent's gains half the attack of the monster targeted by this effect. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can shuffle cards your opponent controls in the deck up to the level of this card. This card is level 6. You get to reshuffle 6 of their cards. Consider the fact that the other 2 just had special summoning conditions and you're like, I still need a treat regardless, you'd be the one I'd probably run last. Maybe I'd run you at 1 considering the whole rear Yoko-like effect isn't half bad. And I get stuff like that, but I get... it's player preference, personally, quite frankly. I just think all the effects made it better. All the other effects are freaking busted. So I don't know about to think anymore. Next card. Navi Soldier, Napalm Man. Warrior effect, 2600 attack, 2500 defense. Level 6 fire attribute. You can special summon this card by shuffling 1 Navi monster from your hand, field, or graveyard into the deck. 1 tribute for level 6, how fitting. Once per turn, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls. Destroy it. And if you do, This card gains attack equal to the attack of the destroyed monster. Fuck you, Blue Eyes. Now I have 5,600 attack points. Means before damage calculation, if this card's attacks at points monster or with a different level, this card gains 500 attack until the end phase. A level 3 thing just said I gain 2,000 attack points just for having a monster that has a higher level. And now you're coming along and saying if you attack a monster with a different level, this card gains 500 attack points until the end phase. Congratulations, you got to 3,100 attack points. Assuming we didn't do your popping effect, but still. It's like, woo. I don't know. Just when you have one that says, I gain 2,000 attack points for fighting someone with a higher level, compared to, I gain 500 attack points. It's like, yay for you. No one gives a shit. I don't know. Just one of those things, you know? Napalm, you can run if you want, but I probably would just keep them. I'd probably put them right alongside Magnet Man. But that's just me. Now for we have Navi Soldier Offensive Man. Navi Soldier Mickey James Man. Oh, hey, Capcom, what were you thinking? This was still the early 90s, around mid-90s. This is because Tomahawk Man debuted in Megaman.EXE. I mean, I'm just so over the top and ridiculous. Just like, oh god, this is dangerous. Anyway, let's get into the actual cards. Earth Attribute, 6 stars. Warrior Effect type monster with 2,700 attack and 2,600 defense. And for the record, I'm not going to be one of those people who's like, oh my god, it has a tomahawk, it's racist. I'm just being like, no, that's how other people will react. It's other people's job to be offended by everything, not mine. I mean, I'm here to just read children's card games to you people over the internet and just waste my life. You can special summon this card from your hand by shuffling 2 Navi cards from your hand, field, or graveyard into the deck. Navi cards! This card can make 2 attacks during each battle phase. People often mock the whole each battle phase thing, like you can get more than one. Yes, there are cards that give you more than one battle phase. You would, like, an unfortunate report. You would never activate those cards, but you could use them. I know there's one that gives you just frickin' things, so yeah. Once per turn, you can send 1 Navi monster from your hand, field, or deck to the graveyard. Gain life points equal to the level of that sent monsters. I just had Roll did that for me. If this card is destroyed by battle or by card, you can special summon 2 Navi monsters from your deck with different levels from this card. This thing is level 7, I'll bring it out at level 7. And this thing is level 6, I'll bring it out at 7 and a 5 and call it even. 2 free monsters just because this thing went poop, or rather pop. I meant to say poof, but it came out weird. Needless to say, you run this fucking thing. I know it's a high-level monster, but just the cost of having 2 in the graveyard, even though this thing has recursion to make you think it's Madolches, but not that bad at the same time, considering, well, it's reshuffling in order to get a condition to something. Will just be Madolches 2.0. If it's Madolches 2.0, I'm going to stab it in the heart. It doesn't seem as bad to me, considering this archetype probably will never exist, so... Whereas Madolches do always exist, so... Madolches will always piss me off more. Tomahawk Man, I don't even need to explain it. Insert offensive stereotype here. Next card. Navi Soldier Colonial Man. Or rather, Colonel Man. I don't really know. I never got why in the US you spell Colonel without an R. It's like, what? Spell Colonel for me. C-O-L-O. That can't be right. No, it is. What? That sounds like a mistranslation. Like, I know that Japan has the R and the L confused with each other, but whenever we get to translating stuff, it just feels like it was a Japanese word we stole, but we mistranslated it. But we kept the pronunciation the same because fuck you, we're America. We do what we want even when it is wrong. I don't know. You can special summon this card. Oh, it's level 7. You can special level 7 Dark Attribute Warrior Effect type monster, 2,800 attack, 2,700 defense. You can special summon this card from your hand by shuffling 2 Navi cards from your hand, field, or graveyard into the deck. If this card is normal or special summon, you can pay 500 life points. Special summon as many Navi soldiers from your hand, deck, or graveyard as possible, but their effects are negated. Oh, what a high cost for 4 frickin' free monsters at the cost of 500 life points. It's not even 500 per copy. It's 500, done. Even Soul Charge is more fair than that, because at least Soul Charge is like 1,000 per monster. Not the deck either. Ooh. Forget Firewall Dragon. If we get a Link 5 ever, boom, done. Once per turn, you contribute one monster you control. This card gains 1,000 attack and defense until the end of your opponent's next turn. Woot. If this card is destroyed by battle or card break, you can special summon one Navi Soldier monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard whose total level equals or exceeds the level of this card. So you can even special summon a Navi card that has a higher level than this card, even though there isn't one yet that I know of, unless it's the boss monster. Well, not the boss monster, but we'll get to him when we get to him. Actually, we're getting to him next, so what am I saying? But just these Louise. Do I even need to explain why you run Colonel? It's just like, okay, so his power boost is just pretty lackluster, but the fact that you get 4 free monsters at the cost of 500 life points, and with a summoning condition that is just pathetic, do I even need to go into detail? I don't think I do. And not to mention, when it dies, the summoning condition is very good. So yeah, it's a definite keeper. Now we have the last of the Navi Soldiers, Navi Soldier Proto Man, and I do not like the design of this Proto Man. I'm not gonna be like a friggin' classic fanatic. It's like this one just feels a little too try hard to me. Like I'm so edgy guys. Whereas the original Proto Man just felt like, I don't know. Maybe it's because it's a classic series. It just feels like everything was a little bit better. I don't know. Okay, no, I'm not going to go that far, because to be fair, some of these artworks are better, in my opinion, than the classic series. But, I don't know, at this point, it's just like, you had a roll, and you lost the roll. And no, not roll as in the Mega Man character, you know what I mean. Not to mention the white hair made me confused, because I just thought it was a girl. I'm sorry, when I see long hair, I just think to myself, you are a girl. Maybe it's a stereotype from when I was a little kid, I don't know. Anyway, Proto Man, level 7 Dark Attribute Warrior Effect Type Monster. 3,000 attack, 3,000 defense, as all strong monsters do. Oy. Oh, I left a gap. You can special summon this card from your hand or graveyard by shuffling 3 Navi cards from your hand, field, or graveyard into the deck. If this card is normal or special summon, you can special summon 1 Navi card from your deck with a level different from this card. I special summon Navi Bottomless Trap Hole, which doesn't exist. Once per turn, you can target 1 Navi monster you control. It can make a second. You can attack during each battle phase. You can target this card. If this card attacks or is attacked, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls. This card gains attack equal to the original attack of the targeted monster. Not quite Dark Rebellion, but still gets a power boost. If this card would be destroyed by a bat, this card would be just actually Metal Morph more likely. If this card would be destroyed, you can shuffle 2 Navi cards from your hand, field, or graveyard into the deck instead. Not only can you not kill me, but not only am I hard to kill, but I can just have other people go back to the deck to fix me. Proto Man is a definite keeper. It is I know Megaman.EXE is the boss monster, but at least the main focus of the archetype. But this feels like a main deck boss monster by normal standards. It's like, I always have that classic Yu-Gi-Oh feeling where it feels like every deck should have 1 high-level boss monster just to be safe. Like, you don't know what your opponent's going to do, because you should always have, like, if you face, like, a lockdown, a special summon deck, you need, like, a monster you can just tribute summon. Like, I don't know. It's a classic Yu-Gi-Oh feeling that I just feel like it's always kind of necessary to have, because you just don't know. It's always possible that you do not know what they are going to do. And that's just a statement of fact. But as for Proto Man in here, he's a definite keep of, because it's just that powerful. And the mere concept of this thing would be like, yeah, shuffle 3 Navi cards from your hand, field, or graveyard into the deck, and then poof, you get a free me. Oy. Proto Man, you're very, very powerful, and you're definitely a keeper. But now we have the sub-style, which fortunately is only 6 cards. So we get to the last of this, and then we can worry about the spells, traps, and extra deck next week. Well, not next week. Okay, so the part 2 is going to come out tomorrow, guys. I just feel like this was just so big that I need to split up into parts. I hope you guys can understand that. So let's go into it right away. Style Navi, Guts Mega. I don't really know what the Style Navis are, but what I considered them always was just Mega Man using the other Navi's power-ups. That's how I interpret it, sort of like how Mega Man always just absorbed robot's power, and then he just used those powers. That's how I assumed it. I know it's something technically different in the game, but that's just how I assume it. Anyway, Fire Attribute, level 4 monster, warrior effect type monster with 2100 attack and 2000 defense. This card is always treated as Navi Soldier Megaman.EXE. If this card is normal summon or special summon, you can send one Navi monster from your deck to the graveyard. This card gains attack equal to the sent monster's level times 200. Wooch, this thing can get up by 1400 to become a 3500 attack point beat stick. During another player's turn, this card cannot be destroyed by battle. You can only activate this effect once per turn. It's not bad. It's a generic power boost on summon, and it's always counted as Mega Man, and once per turn can't be destroyed by battle. It could come in handy. I'd say you're good running one or two if you want to. Considering you have these searcher cards for it, you might as well run one, you know? Up next, Style Navi, Custom Mega. This is basically just regular Megaman.EXE, but he has the Mega Buster on. Big difference, I swear to God. Warrior effect, 4 stars, water attribute monster with 1800 attack but 1500 defense. Always treated as Navi Soldier Megaman.EXE. Always treated as a very specific thing that might do, considering this means I won't be able to run a Team Megaman.EXE, considering you can only have 3 copies of a card in the deck. And if it says always treated as, it means accounting items in the deck. It's the Harpy Lady problem all over again. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add one Navi monster from your deck from your graveyard to your hand. Once per turn, you can discard one card, add one Navi spell or trap from your deck or graveyard to your hand. I'll discard this Navi spell in order to get it right back. It would be so shit. You just discard so you can get it right back. What's the point of that? Because I can. When this card attacks or is attacked by an opponent's monster, this card gains 400 attack during damage calculation only. Woo! I can get 2,000 attack points. 2,200 attack points. When this card is destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can shuffle any Navi card from your graveyard into the deck equal to the level of this card. Not bad. All I do though, I probably just run the original Mega Man and over this thing. You know, just because. The only benefit this thing seems to have is the monster reincarnation effect, and other than that, just kind of meh. I do like that you try something with it, but I just would probably prefer the original Mega Man over this. But let's just go over the next one. Next one, Style Navi Shield Mega. Okay. I always count as Megaman.EXE, just gonna get that out of the way. During another player's turn, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. All Navi monsters you control are unaffected by card effects this turn. Are unaffected by the effects of non-Navi cards until the end of this turn. Nice little hand trap-like effect. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can special summon this card from your hand or graveyard. This card doesn't banish itself. If this card is normal or special summon, you can banish cards from your opponent's hand, field, or graveyard, or extra deck. Okay, what? Up to the level of this card. And if this card would be destroyed by battle, you can shuffle one Navi card from your hand or graveyard into the deck instead. Okay. It's bad enough they're going with my hand, my field, and my graveyard, but now you gotta focus on my extra deck too. What are you gonna do next? The only thing you've been missing was banish them face down and be like, okay, fuck you too. It's like, what the fuck? This thing could just. I was with you, I liked it, and then you're like, okay, fuck you. It's like, what? What did I do to you? Oh, Shield Mega. I thought we were friends! Oy, oy, oy. Style Navi, Brother Mega. I had to put that little team thing on the side there because there's going to be another freaking version of it that looks similar, so I just want to specify that this is different technically. Light attribute, level 3 warrior effect type monster with 1600 attack and 1500 defense. Always can treat as Navi Soldier Megaman.EXE. You can special summon this card from your hand by sending one Navi card you control to the graveyard card. If this card is normal or special summon, you can special summon one Navi Soldier monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. And if you do, you gain life points equal to its level times 300. I bring back Proto Man and gain 2100 life points. Once per turn, you can target one Navi monster you control, except Navi Style or Brother Mega. It gains 1500 attack until the end of the phase. Backup Rider, anyone? Brother Mega is a pretty handy card, but I don't know if I would run it. Well, okay, the fact that it's a monster reborn from the deck does kind of make it work running. Then it causes special from the decks. Well, actually sit on the deck and have a nice feeling. So I'd run one, maybe. So other than that, Brother Mega is a pretty damn good card. Next card. Second to last card, at least, until we gotta say goodbye for now. Style Navi, Shadow Mega. Level 4 Dark Attribute Warrior Effect type monster with 1800 attack and 1600 defense. If you control a Navi monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is normal or special summon, you can banish cards from your opponent's hand, field, or graveyard up to this card's level. Oh, and if you do, gain life points for the number of banished cards times 500. Oh, fuck you too. Ay, ay, ay. The mere cost of having a Navi monster to get this card out, and then this thing comes out and banishes up to 4 cards from your opponent's hand. And then and then you gain 500 life points for each. So it's like, not only am I getting rid of your shit, I'm healing off of it. Trickstar Reincarnation. That's Trickstar Reincarnation to unlock my favorite cards ever. Especially when there's a soul absorption on the field. Don't even explain the way you run this card. Let's move on. And move on to the last card at least. At least main deck monster. Style Navi Ground Mega. This is why I had to put up the difference, because they look so damn similar. Look at this and then look back at Brother Mega. Warrior Effect, 2000 attack, 1800 defense. Level 4 Light Attribute. It discards normal or special summon. You can target one monster your opponent controls and take control of it until your next standby phase. Brain Control. Lovely. Pre-errata Brain Control, or Change of Heart, rather. But while this effect is applied, its effects are negated. Meaning you can steal it, but the monster you just stole has its effects negated. It is treated as a Style Navi monster, and its attack becomes 2000. I'm getting Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon vibes. Once per turn, you can target one Navi card you control in it, and one card your opponent controls. Destroy both. So you could steal your opponent's monster, then pop it, and to destroy another one of their cards. Yeah, sure, why not? Well, look, if you're not going to run Ground Navi for that, you're not going to run it at all. Also, it's probably also always count as Megaman.EXE, just because all the other ones have so far. Why not this thing, too? Or just something got confused. Oops. So yeah, Ground Mega, thanks to you, at least end on a high note. And why is this being split apart, James? Surely the spells and traps wouldn't be that long. You're right, the spells and traps wouldn't be that long. Problem. The extra deck is 26 cards. So with that, you can pretty much understand where I'm coming from, why this is going to be a two-part. Sorry guys, join me on Sunday when you want to see part 2. Till then, see ya!